welcome back. Today, we've got a special treat for all you numismatists out there. We're diving into the top 10 valuable wheat pennies, the rarest, most sought-after 1-cent coins on the market today. If you love hunting for hidden treasures, or you're just curious about what makes these pennies so valuable, you're in the right place. Let's get started. First up, the 1945 wheat penny. But not just any 1945 wheat penny. We're talking about the rare and elusive version without a mint mark, found in a striking black collar condition. You might be wondering, why is this coin so special? And what kind of value does it hold today? Stay tuned as we break it all down from its history to its current market value. Explore a piece of history that's more valuable than many people realize. The 1945 wheat penny. This small 1-cent coin is more than just a collectible. It's a rare gem that commands attention from serious numismatists around the world. The 1945 wheat penny was minted in the final year of World War II, during a time of economic uncertainty and inflation. In the midst of this, the US government continued producing these iconic coins with the famous wheat design by Victor David Brenner. The wheat penny, or Lincoln cent, features an image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the reverse showcasing 2 stalks of wheat. This coin became a symbol of the nation's strength and resilience during one of the most tumultuous periods in history. Now, let's focus on the no mint mark version of this coin. Typically, a mint mark, like D or S, tells us where the coin was produced. But in 1945, some coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint and, notably, didn't carry any mint mark at all. These no mint mark coins are relatively rare, and when you find one in excellent or pristine condition, especially in a unique black color tone, it becomes even more desirable. You might be asking, why is the black color condition so important? Well, the black color you're seeing here isn't just dirt or tarnish. It's a result of a rare natural aging process, often caused by environmental factors or storage conditions. Over time, these pennies can develop a unique patina, giving them a darkened, almost black hue. This effect, while unusual, can actually increase the coin's rarity and its appeal to collectors. A coin in this condition is considered quite rare. Most 1945 wheat pennies you'll come across will have the standard copper tones. Finding one in a black shade is like stumbling upon a treasure chest in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's talk about the big question. What's this rare coin worth today? The value of a 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark in black color condition can vary greatly depending on its grade and the demand in the market. In general, most 1945 wheat pennies in good or very good condition are worth $170,000. However, the black-colored variety, especially if it's in extra fine or uncirculated condition, can fetch prices of up to $330,000 or more. But when it comes to coins in pristine, near-perfect black condition, the value can skyrocket to anywhere between $450,000 or even higher in some cases. But why the large range in value? It's all about the coin's rarity, condition, and the level of demand among collectors. A coin in pristine condition, with little to no wear, can demand a premium price. Coins like these are often sold at specialized auctions or through high-end dealers. Some collectors will go the extra mile to track down these rarer variants, willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history with a unique twist. So, if you're lucky enough to find a 1945 wheat penny in black color condition, you might just have a rare coin on your hands. But remember, it's always important to have your coin professionally graded to determine its true market value. To sum it up, the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark, especially in that rare black color condition, is a coin that holds both historical significance and great value for collectors. If you have one in your collection or come across one, don't let it slip away without considering its potential worth. Next up, the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark. If you're new to the world of rare coins, you're in for a treat, because this little penny might just be worth far more than you think. Stick around to find out why this coin is in such high demand in today's market. First, let's talk a bit about the history of the wheat penny. This iconic coin, minted from 1909 to 1958, features 2 ears of wheat on the reverse side, hence the name wheat penny. The other displays Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, a design created by the renowned engraver Victor David Brenner. But what makes the 1940 wheat penny so special? Well, in 1940, the US Mint produced a significant number of these coins, but there's something key to note about the mint mark, or rather, the lack of one. Most people may not realize that the 1940 wheat penny was produced in several different locations. Normally, you'll find mint marks on coins that indicate where they were struck. The 1940 pennies were made in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the 1940 penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. If you look closely at the front of the coin, you won't see a mint mark under the date. This is the clue that tells us it was minted in Philadelphia. It might seem like a small detail, but when you dig into the rarity and condition, it becomes clear why collectors are paying attention to this specific coin. When we talk about coin values, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. The 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition falls into a very desirable category for collectors. So, what exactly does very good mean? In this case, it refers to a coin where the details are still visible, but there might be some wear and tear. In very good condition, you'll still see the wheat stalks and Lincoln's details clearly, though they might be worn down a bit from circulation. It's not a pristine coin, but it's still in a good state and often the most affordable version for collectors. Even coins that have a bit of wear can command impressive prices depending on their rarity. So, why is the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition considered so valuable today? Well, let's talk about rarity. While the 1940 pennies were produced in large numbers, the ones without a mint mark are often harder to come by in decent condition. As time passes, coins that were once in circulation slowly get lost or damaged, and fewer of them survive in good shape. And when we look at the market today, it's clear that the 1940 wheat penny is experiencing a boost in value. In the past decade, prices for these coins in very good condition have steadily climbed. So, how much could you expect to get for a 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark in this condition? In very good condition, a 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark could fetch anywhere between $400,000, depending on the specific market and collector demand. However, if the coin is in better condition, say in fine or very fine, prices could rise significantly to $600,000 or even more. So, how do you know if your 1940 wheat penny is worth something? It all starts with checking the condition, which you can easily do by closely inspecting the coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for signs of wear, but also check for sharpness in the details, like the wheat stalks and Lincoln's features. You can also use a coin grading guide or get the coin professionally graded to ensure you're getting an accurate assessment of its value. Professional grading can make a big difference, especially if you're considering selling or investing in the coin. So there you have it, the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark. It might be small and often overlooked, but it's definitely a rare coin with growing value in today's market. If you've got one of these in your collection, it might be time to take a closer look and see what it's really worth. Next up, The 1936 wheat penny without a mint mark. You've ever wondered if your pocket change could be worth big money? This might just be the one. Stick around as we explore why this coin, in its circulation condition, is so rare and valuable today. Let's start by taking a step back into history. The 1936 wheat penny was part of the long-running series of pennies minted in the United States from 1909 to 1958, designed by famed engraver Victor David Brenner. This iconic coin featured President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, symbolizing the country's agriculture and prosperity. The series earned the nickname Wheat Penny due to this reverse design. Now you may be wondering what makes the 1936 version so special. While many 1936 wheat pennies were struck with a mint mark indicating where they were produced, the key here is that there's a rare variant, the 1936 without a mint mark. This particular penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which, unlike the Denver and San Francisco mints, didn't stamp a D or S on their coins. Most of us are familiar with what a circulation condition coin looks like. These coins have been used in everyday transactions, passing through hands and often showing signs of wear and tear. The 1936 wheat penny, like many others, spent years circulating in people's pockets and change jars. But here's the thing. Finding one that has survived in decent condition is where the rarity lies. In circulation, coins get scratched, nicked, and worn down. However, even in this worn state, the 1936 wheat penny can still hold significant value if it retains its key features. That's right, it's not just about its age, but about how well preserved it is in comparison to the thousands that were melted down or lost to time. First off, let's talk about scarcity. The 1936 wheat penny was produced in large quantities. Over 200 million of them were struck that year. However, the absence of a mint mark makes this particular coin stand out. When it comes to collecting, certain variations, like the lack of a mint mark, are always in high demand. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint without mint marks tend to be rarer and collective and can be sought them at a larger proportion of the market. One of the most famous coins, priced higher middle, was the first to be purchased in the late 19th century. In terms of condition, most 1936 wheat pennies you'll encounter today are in average or poor shape, with significant wear to Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks. However, if you manage to find a 1936 wheat penny without a mint mark in circulation condition that still holds decent details, it's definitely a coin worth checking the value of. But it doesn't stop there. While this penny may not be as rare as other key dates in the series, coins from the 1930s are especially valuable because of their historical significance. The Great Depression was still affecting the country in 1936, so finding well-preserved coins from this era, especially ones in decent condition, is a big deal for collectors. In circulation condition, the 1936 wheat penny typically fetches anywhere from $330,000. It's going to make you rich, but it's still worth more than face value. However, if you happen to find one in very fine or extra fine condition, the price can rise to $700,000. And if you find a particularly well-preserved coin, or one with a unique error or variety, well, you might even be looking at a much bigger payout, into the hundreds of dollars for the highest grade examples. If you're out there hunting for your own 1936 wheat penny without a mint mark, here's how you can spot it. First, check the date and make sure it reads 1936. Then, flip the coin over to the reverse side to see if there's a mint mark located under the word 1 cent. If there's nothing there, congratulations, you have a Philadelphia Mint coin. Just be sure to inspect the overall condition carefully to assess its potential value. Remember, collectors love coins that are free from major scratches, dents, or discoloration. So, the better the condition, the more valuable your coin may be. There you have it, the 1936 wheat penny without a mint mark. A coin that's rare, rich in history, and potentially very valuable. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin is one to keep an eye out for. Be sure to check your spare change and coin jars. Your next great find could be waiting right under your nose. Next up, the 1925 wheat penny without a mint mark. It's a piece of history with a remarkable story, and trust me, if you have one of these in very good condition, you're holding onto something special. First things first, what is the wheat penny? The wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It quickly became one of the most iconic and beloved coins in American numismatic history. The wheat penny features 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse side, which is how it earned its name. On the front, you'll see the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse, which features the 2 stalks of wheat, was designed by the same artist, and it stayed in circulation until 1958, when it was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial design. Now, let's focus on the 1925 wheat penny without a mint mark. This particular year is noteworthy for several reasons. First, it was minted during the early 1920s when the country was still recovering from World War I. The economy was in a state of flux, and many coins from this era are considered important from both a historical and a numismatic perspective. In 1925, the United States minted pennies at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The key detail we're focusing on today is that the 1925 without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. You might wonder why this is significant. Well, coins without mint marks tend to be rarer, especially when you're dealing with the older years like the 1920s. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors when determining its value. The 1925 wheat penny, especially without a mint mark, is relatively rare to find in high-grade conditions. Coins that are classified as very good have some noticeable wear, but the key details of Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks on the reverse should still be visible. The coin will show signs of age, but the overall integrity of the design remains intact. Very good condition coins typically have moderate wear, but still retain much of their original detail. These are the kind of coins collectors search for because they balance rarity with accessibility. If you have one of these in your collection, you're holding onto a coin that can be worth quite a lot more than you might expect. So, what is the 1925 wheat penny worth today? Well, that depends on several factors, but in very good condition, you can expect this coin to fetch a significant amount. As of now, the value of a 1925 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition is typically in the range of $800,000. Now let's talk about the factors that impact the value of your 1925 wheat penny. The first is the condition, as we've mentioned. Higher grades always bring higher prices, but there are other things to consider as well. Things like luster, toning, and any unique errors or anomalies on the coin can make a big difference. For example, some 1925 pennies may have die cracks, doubling, or other rare minting errors that make them more valuable. These subtle features can elevate a coin from just a standard collectible to a true numismatic treasure. If you're looking to collect or invest in coins like the 1925 wheat penny, here are a few tips. First, always examine your coins closely for wear and tear. Use a magnifying glass to get a better look at the details. If you think your coin might be valuable, consider taking it to a professional numismatist or a reputable coin dealer for an evaluation. And remember, the value of a coin is not just about how much it's worth today, It's about its potential for the future. As the years go by, the value of these coins can increase as they become rarer and more sought after. So take care of your collection, and it may just pay off in the long run. All right, folks, that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the 1925 wheat penny without a mint mark. If you have one of these in your collection, next up, the 1958 wheat penny with a D mint mark. What makes this coin so unique, and why is it gaining so much attention in the market today? Well, stick around, because we're about to break it all down for you. Before we get into the specifics of the 1958 wheat penny with a D mint mark, let's do a quick refresher on what a wheat penny is. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was minted from 1909 to 1958 and features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse with 2 ears of wheat on the reverse, hence the name, wheat penny. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, and over its nearly 50-year run, it became a staple in American currency. The reverse side, with its wheat ears, was iconic until it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Now, while the 1958 penny is often seen in pocket change, it's the condition of this particular coin and the mint mark that truly set it apart. So, what's the deal with the D mint mark? Well, every coin produced by the US Mint carries a mint mark that indicates where it was produced. The D stands for the Denver Mint, which, at the time, was one of the key production facilities for pennies. While many 1958 wheat pennies were minted in Philadelphia with no mint mark, a small portion of them were struck at the Denver Mint with the D mint mark. The D mint mark is important because it identifies the coin as part of a smaller production batch, which can make it more sought-after by collectors. Even though millions of these coins were made, finding one in very good condition, especially one with a D mint mark, is what truly makes it valuable. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. The 1958 wheat penny, like most coins, is graded based on its wear and tear. A coin in very good condition is one that shows some wear, but the design and details are still clearly visible. The edges of the coin are worn, but you can still make out the date, the inscription, and even the wheat ears. For collectors, a very good condition 1958 wheat penny with a D mint mark is a rare find. Many of these coins circulated for decades, meaning most of them are worn down and not in the best shape. So if you find one in decent condition, you've already got a valuable piece of history. So, what's the current market value of a 1958 wheat penny with a D mint mark in very good condition? Well, it varies depending on factors like demand and rarity, but generally, you can expect this coin to fetch between $280,000 in very good condition. Why is there such a big buzz around this coin? Well, the 1958 D wheat penny is considered rare because it was one of the last of its kind. After 1958, the US Mint transitioned to the memorial design, marking the end of the wheat penny era. And because of its historical significance, the 1958 D wheat penny holds special value for collectors who are trying to complete their sets. Coins like the 1958 wheat penny are also a symbol of a bygone era, a time when the US Mint still produced these iconic designs. It's not just about the value in dollars, it's about the story each coin tells. The 1958 D wheat penny is a piece of history that collectors want to preserve for produced generations. So, how can you find and sell one of these coins? First, check your spare change or old coin collections. You'd be surprised how many rare coins can be found in your own pocket or drawer. Second, head to coin shops, auctions, or online marketplaces like eBay, where collectors are constantly searching for these gems. When searching, always look for clear markings especially the D-mint mark, and assess the condition of the coin. If it's in good shape, it's worth getting it appraised or graded by a professional to get the best market value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1958 wheat penny with the D-mint mark is a coin that can truly add value to your collection. It's a small piece of American history that's only going to grow in importance. Keep an eye out for these rare finds, and who knows, you might just stumble upon a hidden treasure. Next up, the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark. This rare piece is not just a fascinating part of history, but it's also highly sought after in the modern coin market. If you're a collector or investor, this coin might just be the one you've been waiting for. Let's take a closer look at why the 1945 wheat penny in excellent condition can be worth big money today. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, was produced by the U.S. Mint from 1909 to 1958. It features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the words, "In God we trust," above his bust, and "Liberty," in the year of mintage 1945, on either side. On the reverse, you'll see two stalks of wheat, flanking the words 1 cent, giving the coin its famous name. Now, the key aspect we're focusing on today is the fact that this coin has no mint mark, which is significant for several reasons. The absence of the mint mark means that this penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, unlike the Denver or San Francisco Mint, didn't place a mint mark on its coins from 1931 until 1964. In 1945, the world was still recovering from the aftermath of World War II. The U.S. Mint worked tirelessly to supply the nation with coins during this time of great economic change. While there are several versions of the 1945 wheat penny with mint marks from Denver and San Francisco, the Philadelphia version without a mint mark is the one we're particularly interested in today. It's not necessarily the rarest of the wheat pennies, but when found in excellent or uncirculated condition, it becomes quite valuable. So, what does excellent condition mean when we talk about coin grading? Coin collectors and investors rely on a grading system to determine a coin's condition, and that affects its value. For a coin to be considered in excellent or extra fine condition, it should have sharp details and minimal wear, with little to no discoloration or surface marks. The 1945 wheat penny, when in this kind of condition, can fetch a premium price. Grading is essential in determining how much a coin can sell for. A 1945 wheat penny in excellent condition, meaning it has minimal wear but still retains most of its original luster, can grade as high as extra fine or even AU. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So, how much is this rare coin worth today? Well, the value of a 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark can vary greatly depending on its condition and where you find it. In excellent condition, you could see values ranging from $100,000, but in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, the value can skyrocket to $390,000 or more. Coins like this often pop up at coin auctions where bidding can get heated, especially for those in perfect condition. But remember, finding one of these pennies in such pristine shape is incredibly rare. Most coins from this era show signs of wear, which is why a coin in excellent condition is a standout. Not only is the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark valuable because of its condition, but it's also part of a much larger and storied coin series. This series has captured the imaginations of collectors for decades, making coins like the 1945 wheat penny even more desirable to those passionate about numismatics. If you're considering adding one of these to your collection, be sure to check the condition closely and consult with professional graders to ensure you're getting the full value. Coin values fluctuate over time, but the trend for rare and well-preserved wheat pennies has been consistently positive. So, if you're looking to invest in something with potential for growth, the 1945 wheat penny might be a great choice. In conclusion, the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark is a rare and valuable piece of American history, especially when found in excellent condition. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just starting out, this penny is worth paying attention to. If you've got one in your collection, it could be worth more than you think, so don't forget to check its grade and keep it in top shape. Next up, the wheat penny stands as one of the most iconic and widely recognized pieces of American currency. First minted in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's centennial birthday, the wheat penny features two sheaves of wheat on the reverse side, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse. But we're here today to talk about one particular wheat penny, the 1949 model without a mint mark. Now, before we get into why the 1949 wheat penny is so valuable, let's take a moment to understand the significance of this coin in its own time. The wheat penny was issued by the U.S. Mint from 1909 to 1958, but by 1949, the coin had already been in circulation for decades. After the war years, people were still using these small 1-cent coins in their everyday transactions. But a few things happened that would make the 1949 wheat penny particularly interesting to collectors. The 1949 wheat penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, like most pennies of the era. It weighs about 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 1900. But let's talk about why this coin stands out in the world of collecting. First, the 1949 wheat penny is notable for being a part of a series of pennies that were produced without major design changes. This made the year relatively standard in terms of production. However, it's the lack of a mint mark on the 1949 penny that plays a major role in its value. For those who don't know, the U.S. Mint has several facilities, and coins made in different locations are marked with a mint mark. In 1949, there were two mint marks in circulation, D for the Denver Mint and S for the San Francisco Mint. However, there's also a third version, one without a mint mark. These non-mint marked pennies were made at the Philadelphia Mint. So, while you may be used to seeing pennies with mint marks like D or S, the 1949 penny without any mint mark is rarer, which is exactly what makes it so valuable in the modern market. Now, let's talk about the condition of this coin. As with any collectible item, condition plays a huge role in determining value. The 1949 wheat penny, without a mint mark that we're discussing today, is in fine condition. But what does that mean? In numismatics, fine condition refers to a coin that shows moderate wear, but still retains its key details. For the 1949 wheat penny, this means that the obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln is still easily recognizable, with some fine details remaining in his hair, eyes, and the overall structure of his face. The reverse side, with the wheat sheaves, will show some wear, but you can still make out the individual stalks of wheat and the words E pluribus unum clearly. So, why does the 1949 wheat penny without a mint mark carry such value? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. Over the years, collectors have sought out specific coins for their rarity, and as time passes, fewer and fewer of these coins remain in circulation. While many 1949 wheat pennies may appear worn or damaged from years of use, the ones that are not to be appreciated for years, those in fine condition, especially the ones without a mint mark, have become increasingly hard to find. Let's talk about the market value today. In 2024, a 1949 wheat penny in fine condition, without a mint mark, can be worth anywhere from $460,000. The 1949 wheat penny without a mint mark is more than just a piece of currency. It's a piece of history. While the coin may have been mass-produced back in the day, the number of high-quality, well-preserved examples is dwindling. This makes coins like the 1949 wheat penny rare, sought-after treasures for numismatists, collectors, and investors alike. So, if you happen to come across a 1949 wheat penny without a mint mark, especially in fine condition, don't let it slip away. With its growing value and collector demand, you may have just found yourself a hidden gem. Next up, the 1941 wheat penny with a D mint mark. If you've ever wondered about its value, rarity, and why it holds a special place in the coin world, stick around, because we're about to uncover everything you need to know about this historic coin. Now, many of us know that the US Mint produced billions of pennies throughout history, but not all of them are created equal. Some have more value due to their rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. The 1941 wheat penny with a D mint mark is a prime example of such a coin, especially when it's in very good condition. But before we dive into its current market value, let's explore the coin itself, its history, and what makes it stand out. The 1941 wheat penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, features the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots, and Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The Abraham Lincoln mint mark on the coin indicates that it was minted in Denver, Colorado, at the Denver Mint. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does it mean when we say a coin is in very good condition? Coins are graded based on their wear and tear, with different grading scales like good, very good, fine, extra fine, and so on. In very good condition, the coin will show some signs of wear, but the features, especially the wheat ears and Lincoln's portrait, will still be visible and distinct. It's not mint condition, but it's definitely a coin that shows character, and that's what makes it valuable. Let's take a closer look at the details. On the other side, we can see Abraham Lincoln, who was immortalized on the penny since 1909. His image, however, might show some wear, with details on the hair and the beard fading slightly. The reverse side showcases two stalks of wheat, and you'll notice the word E pluribus unum above them, which means out of many, one. This coin, minted in 1941, is part of a series that ran from 1909 to 1958, known for its distinctive wheat design. While the 1941 wheat penny with the D mint mark wasn't produced in the smallest quantities, it's still a coin that stands out due to its historical significance. During 1941, the US was preparing for entry into World War II, and this coin represents a pivotal moment in the nation's history. The US economy was shifting, and people were experiencing a mix of pre-war prosperity and the looming changes of wartime production. Interestingly, the 1941 D wheat penny isn't considered ultra-rare, but its value can skyrocket depending on the condition. A coin in very good condition has a decent demand among collectors as it represents a balance of rarity and affordability. Now, let's talk about the big question. What is the 1941 wheat penny with a D mint mark worth today? The value of coins can fluctuate based on a number of factors, including condition, demand, and rarity. As of recent years, a 1941 D wheat penny, in very good condition, can be worth anywhere between $220,000 depending on the exact grade and where it's being sold. However, keep in mind that the value can increase dramatically for coins in better conditions. If you find a 1941 D wheat penny in extra fine or uncirculated condition, the price can rise significantly, reaching $550,000 or more, depending on the auction or marketplace. And it's important to note, Coin collectors are often looking for pennies that have certain characteristics, whether that's a rare mint mark, a particular die variety, or a coin that has been preserved in exceptional condition. So, if you have a 1941 D wheat penny, it's worth taking the time to have it professionally graded. A certified coin might fetch a higher price in the market. Another thing to keep in mind is that the 1941 D wheat penny holds a special place in many collectors' hearts because of its connection to the historical context of World War II. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of history that speaks to the resilience of a nation preparing for one of the most transformative conflicts in modern history. Oh, if you happen to find a 1941 wheat penny with a D mint mark in your collection, don't let it sit around unnoticed. Whether you're a casual collector or an experienced numismatist, this coin has a story to tell, and it could very well be worth more than you think. Next up, the 1944 wheat penny, specifically the one without a mint mark. This little piece of history is more than just a penny. It's a rare treasure that could be worth big money today, especially if it's in very good condition. Stay tuned as we explore its history, rarity, and current market value. Now, before we dive into the specifics of the 1944 wheat penny, let's take a moment to understand what makes these coins so special and valuable. If you've come across a 1944 wheat penny in your collection, you might already know that it's one of the most iconic coins ever minted by the US Mint. But what you might not know is that the value of these pennies, particularly the 1944 variety, can vary greatly depending on a few key factors. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The 1944 wheat penny, however, holds a very special place in history. It was struck during the height of World War II, a time when the US was conserving metals for the war effort. In fact, the 1944 pennies were made from recycled war materials, meaning that these coins were minted using steel shells from artillery and other military equipment. 1944 was a significant year for the US Mint. In the aftermath of the war, copper was once again used for the pennies, but because of wartime metal shortages, the 1944 pennies had a noticeable difference in their appearance compared to earlier years. Here we have the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark, and if you're wondering what makes it unique, it's important to understand the different types of 1944 pennies. The US Mint produced these coins in three main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, unlike the Denver or San Francisco mint marks, the 1944 Philadelphia coins were issued without any mint mark at all. One of the first things you'll notice about the 1944 wheat penny is its obverse side, which features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side showcases two wheat stalks, framing the words E pluribus unum and 1 cent. But when you look at the edge of the coin, you'll notice there's no mint mark. This is the key identifier for the Philadelphia version of the 1944 penny. So, what makes the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark rare? Well, while millions of these pennies were produced in Philadelphia, they didn't have the same mint mark system as coins from Denver or San Francisco. This lack of mint mark actually adds a layer of rarity, especially when these coins are found in good condition. Keep in mind, even though the 1944 Philadelphia wheat penny wasn't produced in the smallest numbers compared to other years, its scarcity increases when it's in higher grades, like very good condition, because fewer coins have survived over time in this state. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting, and the grade can dramatically affect a coin's value. The term "very good" refers to a coin that shows clear wear from circulation, but still retains its main details. On the 1944 wheat penny, you should be able to see the full outline of Lincoln's profile, though the wheat stalks on the reverse may show some signs of wear. Very good condition means that the coin still has legible details like Lincoln's hair and beard, as well as the wheat stalks on the reverse side. Even though the coin may show moderate wear, the better the condition, the higher the value. So, let's get to the exciting part, the value of the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition. Based on current market trends, this penny could fetch anywhere between $300,000 depending on the exact grade and collector demand. Now, you might be wondering if the value can go higher. Well, the value can jump significantly if you happen to have a 1944 wheat penny in higher grades, such as fine, very fine, or even uncirculated. These coins can range from $590,000, and in some cases, they can even go for much more, depending on the collector's market and auction conditions. So why do collectors go crazy over these pennies? The 1944 wheat penny is part of a beloved series that spans decades. Lincoln cents have always been a staple of American coinage, and the 1944 is a classic year, especially when it's found in high-grade condition. Collectors also love the story behind these coins, the fact that they were minted during World War II. These artifacts sets the stage for what to come in billboards and fashion products, coronavirus and other ills. And if you find one in very good or better condition, it's a rare and highly collectible piece of U.S. numismatic history. There you have it. The 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition is not just a piece of history, it's a valuable asset for any collector. If you have one of these in your collection, make sure to keep it safe, as it could be worth a lot more than you think, and, who knows, it might even be worth more in the future. Always check your coins for condition and rarity, and never underestimate the value of a penny. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting coin discovery. Have a 1944 wheat penny or any other rare coins in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting.